Hello, my friends. Happy Friday. Welcome to episode 206 of Why Did I Buy This? This series started as a way to help crafters find unique ways to use the products that they have in their collections, but it's a great series for those of you who are wanting to see new product in action, see what things you need to add to your collection, and even get started in crafting. My name is Lindsay Mann. I'm from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and I have been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for 22 years. I love crafting and I love sharing ideas with you. Okay, as you're tuning in, please say in the comments where you're tuning in from. If you're watching the replay, you can let me know that too. And of course, I love it when you comment along because it helps me know I'm not talking to myself. So we are going to get started. I'm not seeing any comments yet. And I hope, oh, there we go. Hi, Shauna. Okay, so I've been having trouble with my Facebook Lives and the comments coming through. So if I don't say something and you've commented, I will see it after the video. But please comment along. I really, really appreciate it. We are in the last month of our previous annual catalog, and with that means that we have a whole slew of products on sale. Hi, Shauna. And so the last chance list is going to be where you want to go to find those products that have some really nice discounts applied to them. Everything is while supplies last on those, so just be sure to shop early if you want to have the best selection. So now is the time. And remember that if you place a $60 order with me, I have recently joined up with the Creative Stamping Collective. And with a $60 order, you are going to get a free YouTube tutorial with 12 different projects that you can watch start to finish and see how 12 different demonstrators have worked together on a certain suite. And this month we did the butterfly, what is it called? I should know, but you guys know I'm terrible with names. It's the butterfly suite that we just had come out. Oh my goodness. You know it. It's the, butterfly. Anyway, if you're not from Canada and you'd like to have the tutorial, or maybe you would just like to have the tutorial in your collection and you're from Canada, this works for you too. You can purchase the tutorial for $18. So it's a really, really great way to get a whole bunch of inspiration. Hi, Pauline, great to see you. Hi, Courtney. Yes, TGIF indeed. This is being filmed in April, so we're like into the thick of spring now. My husband is a CPA, so at this time of year, I don't see him a lot because it's tax season, which means that I get a lot of crafting done, which is kind of fun. I just recently got my new product purchase premiere from the annual catalog that's coming out. So May 6th is the day that you're going to be able to order from this. If you're someone who's placed a $60 order with me in the last 6 months, you're going to receive this in the mail. And I've already sent out the catalogs on that, so you should be receiving it in the next couple of weeks. It's got some great product in there. All of our new in colors are in there. And of course we have a whole bunch of online exclusives coming out too. My Cloud9 Stampers team, we have a free virtual class every month called Tips and Techniques, and I showcased some of my favorite products last Wednesday night, and I love the projects that I made. So if you are somebody who's like, oh, I want more projects from Lindsay, you can join my team too. Cloud9 Stampers is the name of my team. And if you join in this month, in April, you are going to get $165 a product of your choice. And that product can be from the pre-order for that annual catalog with our online exclusive. So you get to order early stuff. And that's one of the perks of being a demonstrator. So you want to be mindful of taking advantage of that great deal. Being a demonstrator has lots and lots of perks. Whether you're joining just to be a smart shopper, or if you're joining because you'd like to run some classes or sell some cards, there's some great deals to be had and a great community. What do you think, Courtney? Also, TGI, why did I buy this? Oh, I love that. Oh, thank you. That's so cute. Okay, so I'm going to get started. Today we're going to be talking about those last chance items. I wanted to draw your attention to some really great deals that are available right now. And so you are going to get to see some of those things in action. And they might be things that you've noticed before, or maybe this is your first time seeing it because it was hidden in the depths of the product line. So yeah, let's have some fun. What do you say? Okay, I'm going to do the awkward transition so you can see my hands, and then we're going to get started. So I'm just going to clip you in here, and we'll zoom in so that you can see what's going on. Hello. Okay, so like I said, the last chance list, you can actually find that category on my online store. And if you go there, you'll see all of the things that are about to retire. And like I said, those are while supplies last. So they might be available for just a short time or for a long time. It just depends on how much we have in stock. So one of the things I wanted to share with you is this. So I have here a really cute stamp set, and it's called the Sweet Peas stamp set. I love a great punny stamp set. So here you can see it says make me happy, grumpy, sweet pea, happy birthday, lots of fun. Yes, happy pool party Friday. We do have some pool party making an appearance today. Surprise, surprise. So this stamp set was regular price $28, and it's on sale for $25.20. I'm just going to stick this in so I don't forget. And what I'm going to do is bring in our really amazing gift bags. They come in two sizes. So there's the large size. You can see it's about the size of my hand. And we've got the small size, perfect for gift cards. And these, the pack of these gift bags used to be $13.75, and they're on sale for $11. So I'm going to bring out one of the small bags. We have a ton of April birthdays in our family, like a ton. So I'm always putting together April birthday celebratory things like gift bags and cards, that kind of thing. So this will really help me out with my family. So I'm going to start off by bringing in some soft seafoam. This is one of my favorite greens to play with, and I have a little blending brush here, and we're just going to go over the top of the bag and just add a tint of green to the top of the bag, just like that. And I'm going to flip it over, and we're going to do the same thing here. Now these bags are made with a really nice paper. It's really nice to stamp on, but I will say one of the things you have to be paying attention to is this fold here. So if you stamp here, it's a little hard to get that. Oh, NAK, thank you. Beautiful butterflies. That's what the Stamping Collective is using this month. Thank you for your help. It's hard to stamp on top of that fold and have it come out the way you want it to, but we're going to play with the top of the bag instead so that we don't have to worry about that. So here I'm going to bring in the little curly cues from the vines, and we're just going to stamp along the edge, flip it over, and then same thing, stamp and kind of turn it a little bit. And then I'm just going to clean it with my little chamois here so that we can switch colors. So next I'm going to bring in garden green or darker green, and we're going to stamp over top and just add some more vines like that. Okay, flip it over, same thing. We're going to just stamp and add that two-tone of the green. So now when you open up this little gift bag, you have this adorable little border on the top that's so very sweet. Now, you know that I love me some good splatter. So I have here one of our Stampin' Right markers, and I will point out that in our new catalog, when it goes live, our Stampin' Right markers will be online exclusive. So if you don't see it in the catalog, don't worry, they haven't retired. We have just moved those to online. So here you can see we've added a little bit of splatter, and I'm just using my lid as a tool to help gently splatter onto the bag. So there we go. So I'll set this aside for a second. And now I'm going to bring in these tags, And these tags are from our ephemera mix and match collection. And these tags are also on sale. I didn't write down the price. I should have. Maybe I have them just right here. The tags are $11 and they used to be $13.75. So these are a really great way to be able to add a quick and easy gift tag to your project. So I'm going to bring in my memento, and I've got this little happy birthday pea. It's just so cute. And so with that, we're going to do some coloring. So I've got my light soft seafoam, and we're going to color the face. And with faces, I like to kind of bring the nose down and leave the eyes a little softer. It kind of gives it a little bit of light and dark texture. Same with this chin. We're going to go a little bit darker here with the chin because it would sort of come out a bit more. And same with the eyes, we keep light. But now we're going to just swipe over top. So now you can see we've just got that little bit of extra texture on our pea. So it's not just one big circle. Another thing we can do is add some cheeks, because it always looks cute when you add cheeks to things that have faces. And then we're going to bring in pool party. There you go. There's my pool party. And we're going to go over top of the hat like that to give a little bit of pool party. Hi, Kathy. Good to see you. So here we've got our pea all colored. And now I'm going to bring in a little bit of pool party here. And we're going to stamp happy birthday. That's the little punny saying that comes with that. So you can just stamp that here. And then we're going to cut that so that we can layer it onto our project. Okay, so that's another step. I have some really beautiful embellishments here that we're going to go ahead and use to embellish our little pea. So we're going to add a couple pieces there and one down here. And then in order to add it onto our gift bag, we're going to add some handles. Now, this ribbon is so beautiful. It's satin vanilla ribbon, and it used to be $13.75, and it's on sale for $4. $4.12. So inexpensive. So how we're going to add it to our bag is we're going to bring in the trio of punches. These just came out in our online exclusives, and they're so handy for ribbon tying, adding tags. So we're just going to bring that in and add a punch here and a punch there, and we can flip it over and do the same, 1 and 2. And then we're going to bring in that ribbon. Hi, Joy. And we're going to, with the point of our ribbon, we're going to bring it through to the other side. And while it's still on the spool, we'll just go ahead and give it a knot. And I'll bring in my very sharp scissors and trim off the excess. And then we'll just pull that tight. And then same thing, we're going to kind of give it about that much and then a little bit extra. And then with that, it's helpful if you put it on a point, because then it's easier to put through the smaller hole. So you can see I have a little ribbon handle there. And then we're going to tie a knot, pull it through, and then trim off the excess. So now you've got the little handle to be able to hold your tiny gift bag. Isn't that cute? So let me skip ahead and show you what it looks like when we put it all together. So here, I've just added another little bit to the tag here. And you can see I've added happy birthday to the bottom. And there is our handle on our bag. So you think about a gift card. Do I have a gift card around? This is about the size of a gift card. So if you stuck a gift card in, it fits pretty perfectly into the bag. You've put some Ready Shreddy in there and a gift card, and then you've got a lovely little personalized gift bag for someone in your family. So that is project number 1. So cute. Okay, let's move on to our next project. So this one here is using a stamp set that is expiring, retiring, I should have said. Oh boy. So this one is called Tags of Thanks. No, that's not the one. That one's not retiring. We'll get to that one. This one is the one that's retiring. So this one is called Kiss of Texture. And it used to be $36. It's on sale for $32.40. So a very, very good deal. And what's fun about this stamp set is it's got these shapes and the detail, and it's meant to do the kissing technique. So I'll show you how to do that. But the other thing that I love about it is it coordinates perfectly with our Stylish Shapes dies. This is a very popular die set. It's one of my favorites. It is not retiring, and it has circles, banners, and squares, but it does fit with the shapes that are included in that stamp set. So let's go ahead and bring in some in colors. Now, another thing that's retiring is our series of 2023 to 25 in colors. So Boho Blue, Wild Wheat, Moody Mauve, Pebble Path, and Copper Clay. Those are all retiring. So if you're looking for ink refills or cardstock, or maybe you just hadn't gotten around to purchasing them, now is the time to do that. These tend to sell out quickly. So you're gonna wanna make sure that you have your colors all stocked up. Okay, so I'm gonna start with Wild Wheat, and with my square, we're going to create a background that is just a collage of different shapes. And I love how beautifully that stamp picks up the ink and transfers it. So there's the first one. Now I'm going to do Boho Blue. This is a very pretty blue. And we're going to go here like that. You can overlap it so you can see through the shapes, which is really fun. So now I'm just using that chamois again to clean off my stamp. And then I'm bringing in Moody Mauve. So one more, just so pretty. I do love a good collage background. So there you can see we've got just those shapes overlapping. It's just a really easy way to be able to get a background that's sort of gender neutral, theme neutral, you know. Okay, so now I wanted to show you how you can use that Stylish Shapes dies to coordinate with this stamp set. So I'm going to set my background aside. So here's where the Tags of Thanks comes in. So these fit really nicely into those shapes. So I'm going to bring in my wheat. We're going to stamp for you into our little square. And I wanted to show you that kissing technique. So let me show you how to do that. So with the Boho Blue, I'm going to ink up my square, and I'm going to stamp off onto my scrap paper. And then with the detail in the stamp that's from that same stamp set, we're going to ink it full strength. And then on the square, we're going to kiss the stamps together. And so you can see that that texture has transferred to the stamp. So now I have to eyeball it, but normally you would probably stamp this and then cut it out, but I wanted to show you in the live. There we go. So now you can see that gorgeous detail is inside the stamp in a subtle way. Isn't that fun? And so same with this banner, we can go ahead and ink it up in mauve, Moody Mauve, and we're gonna eyeball it. Not bad. And once we put it all together, I'm just gonna slide this all aside. Once we put this all together, we get this look. So there you can see is the background. I've added a piece of the Wild Wheat. There you can see is the kissing technique and the banner and the For You. And then I've just gone ahead and add some of the pearl, what are these called? Antique pearls. But I love how they kind of pick up the Wild Wheat on it. a neutral embellishment is always a great thing to have in your collection. Carol, you're funny. Because it will pick up whatever colors you're using. And this is such a great example of Stampin' Up's color coordination. This is old ribbon. I also use old things in my collection. So this is the Wild Wheat ribbon, the cardstock, and the ink. And it just so beautifully coordinates. So that's project number 2. Okay, we're gonna move on to the PYP card. And with that card, we're going to bring in the Enduring Beauty dies. So this is a set of 5 coordinating dies. It used to be $17. They're on sale for $10.20. And I really love these dies because they work with the Enduring Beauty stamp set. And this stamp set used to be $28, but it's on sale right now for $19. So this is a really, really great deal to be able to get these 2. So you're looking at about $30 for the 2 together. There's a die set as well. If you wanted to get that, then of course you can get that. It's also on sale. But I was just wanted to show you how you can make these 2 products work together. So I'll bring in a card front from Whisper White. I should say Basic White. Ooh, that aged me. Whisper White was in what we called it a long, long time ago. Okay, so here we've got the stamp set. And I'm going to bring in my Pebble Path. This is one stamp that ink that I'm really going to miss. I really liked this as a neutral brown. And so I just wanted a bit softer than black. So I'm going to do Pebbled Path instead of black. And then I'm going to stamp this onto my Basic White. Like that. So there we've got that beautiful flower. Now, to use the masks, I really like to use my grid paper for this. I'm going to take my adhesive and just stick a tiny bit on the back. It's just going to help to keep things in place. So we'll stick that down. And I'm going to bring in my first mask. Now, one of the things you'll notice about the mask is it has this little notch here at the bottom, and that helps you to know when you're layering things that you've got the mask facing in the right direction. Now, I also like to add names to things. It helps me know what direction to and what layering process to put them in. And so what we're going to do now is take this and line it up with our flowers. So just you can see the outline of the stamp. So you just want to kind of keep moving it until you get it lined right up. So that looks pretty good. And then you can bring in a marker or a pen, and we're going to, I like to just press this down. And then you can take your pen, can you see this still in the video? And you kind of like add just that little bit there and that little bit there. And that helps us to know when we bring in the next layer where it's going to lie, because you can see it's not quite straight. So now I'm going to bring in Pretty in Pink, which is such a lovely in color. This is one of our in colors that's continuing into the next catalog. So with my blending brush, we'll pick that up, and I'll make sure again that it's all lined up, and then gently add the color. Now, I have layers to add on here. There's more detail coming. So my first blended layer, I want it to be soft, because you can always add color. It's hard to take away. So there we have our first layer. So really soft, Pretty in Pink. So now I'm going to bring in Flower 2, and you can see if I line it up with my edges here, it should be pretty close. Yep, that looks good. So now I'm going to, again, bring in the same color. This time we can go a little bit darker with that because we are working in the detail. And we'll go over top of that there, just like so. It doesn't have to be even because, again, just like watercoloring, you can kind of have some bits lighter and some bits darker. So I'm going to add just a bit more here. Like that. Nice. So there you can see we've got some of the shadowing coming in from that mask. Now let's bring in Flower 3. And once again, if we use our corners that, oh yeah, Secret C would look really, really great. Okay, so we've got our lineup here, and we're going to go over top of the centers, and that just gives us a little darker color there. So you could do different color in the centers. I'm just going with all the same color right now, but there we've got the layers with our flowers. Okay, let's bring in Garden Green. That's this one here. And now I'm going to play with the leaves part of it. So again, I've got leaves 1 and leaves 2. And so if we use our little cheater space, it's going to line it up pretty perfectly. And I'll bring in my baby blending brush here. And just like we did with the flowers, we're going to start soft. So we're going to go just a light green over top of the leaves. And then we're going to be able to add more detail in here in a second. So beautiful. Okay, so when we remove that, whew, that looks so good. Okay, leaves 2. So once again, using our cheater on our grid paper, we're going to line it up. And you can see there's some stems here. Those we're going to want to use as a guideline to make sure you've got those because they're kind of a small detail. But now I can go darker over those leaves and stems. And it's going to create that really fun texture. Just like so. So when we remove that, chef's kiss. All right. So with our pink, I'm going to bring that back in. There's a really sweet little detailed stamp in with that. And we can just kind of add in some little flowers, just like that, onto the stamp. And to make it extra cute and pretty, what if we were to bring in Wink of Stella and add some glitter to the center? Now, we are continuing on with Wink of Stella in our new catalog, but I did notice it's going up $1. So if this is on your wish list or you need to replenish, now's the time to do it. So we've got that little bit of glitter on the center. There you can see it. Okay, so let's go back to our tags from the ephemera pack. And I'm going to bring in this little tag here. Pull that out. And I'm going to stamp in my pebbled path. Where did I put that? Pebbled path is a nice neutral that you can use for your greetings too. And we're going to stamp, I couldn't do it without you. Well, that was a little crooked, but you could flip it over and do it again. We're just going to pretend for now. And we also have some really nice baker's twine. Now, you know I love to dissect ribbon, so this was all twisted together before, but I've pulled it out. I think it's called jute, J-U-T-E. And I've pulled that out, and we're going to go ahead and just add that as a tie onto our card. So let me now skip ahead and show you the finished project. So look at how beautiful that looks. There you can see where you've pulled the fibers to just kind of give it more texture. And then I've added these ones are called the druzy embellishments. So we've added some silver on there. And the other thing I wanted to show you is these. So see the little tiny silver dots? So if we bring back this one, let me show you how I did those. So these are called the Metallic Enamel Effects, and they are very on sale. They were regular price $21. They're on sale for $10.50. So what I love about Enamel Effects, it's like having thousands of embellishments in a bottle. And so you can go ahead and just add little dots. And if you're careful about squishing it out and then pulling it straight up, the product is self-leveling. So what that means is it will fall into a nice little dot where even if you don't put it perfectly in a circle. So I don't know if you could see it in the video, but like it kind of has a bit of a string when you pull it out, but now you can already see that it has made itself into a perfect little circle. So you let it dry, and it dries with that texture, which is so pretty. And here you can see that texture on this card. So it's just a way to be able to have a really affordable, and especially now, an extremely affordable way to add embellishments to your cards. So let me show you the projects one more time. We have the Enduring Beauty, we have the Kiss of Texture, and we have the Sweet Peas with the gift bags. And if you're thinking to yourself, Lindsay, why don't I have these products? Head to my online store. And remember, you're going to get the deals on these as long as they're available, but things are while supplies last. So they do tend to sell quickly, especially in the beginning. These were just released this week as last chance items. So you'll want to go ahead and shop. Remember, if you place a $60 order, you're also going to receive a free creative stamping tutorial from me and 11 other demonstrators. They're all YouTube tutorials that you can check with the beautiful butterflies. Thank you for that. And it's a really great way to get a whole bunch of ideas in the form of a video, which is, so much easier to watch. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate your enthusiasm for crafting. It's very fun for me to get to share ideas with friends. And so if you like this video, hit share. You can follow my page. All of those things help to support my small Canadian business that I've been doing for 22 years. Okay, friends, have a great weekend. Bye for now.